Falcons, Cowboys. And the Cowboys are a little bit tight going into Sunday's game. Let me explain. Mike Fisher with the Dallas Cowboys at team headquarters in Frisco at the Star. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy addressed this with us on Friday in a frank admission about something that's been going on behind the scenes here with the Cowboys. We're a little tight. Now, maybe some of that was coming off 6 games in a row, victorious for Dallas. Maybe that added to some level of tenseness, I guess you could say. Or maybe he's talking about what happened as a result of a loss. And all of a sudden, there's a little bit of an in the building. So how do you get over the tightness in the case of Mike McCarthy and his leadership? And you've heard the theme brotherhood, Dak Prescott talks about it all the time. Twice a week, he brings it up. And that stems directly from Mike McCarthy, who pushes the same exact theme. Bingo. No, bingo is what they played in the team meeting on Friday here at the Star. Bingo, with the popcorn machine and everything, and the numbers and the balls. And here's how it goes. Presumably, everybody's ping pong ball with their jersey number goes into the hopper. And then, turn it on, the air blows, and out pops a number. Out pops number 4. Dak Prescott, you come to the front of the room and give a little presentation. A lot of the times, and they've done this since training camp too, the guy will come up and just kind of give a little background, something about him growing up, or some nugget of advice that he once got, that kind of thing. Popcorn balls are popping, and here comes number 77. Tyron Smith, come to the front of the room and make a presentation. And by design, you end up, you can be a little deep when you go to the front of the room, but a lot of times you end up just trying to be funny. And a lot of times it is funny. And guess what happens when a Dak Prescott or a CeeDee Lamb or a Tyron Smith or whoever, top to the roster, bottom to the roster, doesn't make any difference, go up there and be a little loose and be a little funny and be a little silly or even be a little deep, and guess what? The team gets a little loose. The team gets a little funny. The team gets a little silly just for the moment. I think that this coaching staff did a great job on this. Mike McCarthy, of course, at the fore of it, in sensing, hey, there's a little too much tension around here. There's a little too much tightness around here. Pressure is part of what we do, but there's a little too much pressure right now. Guys are self-imposing pressure on themselves. Let's get some laughter in the room. And they did that. Now, McCarthy, if you bring up the idea of psychology, he'll kind of scoff at it and remind you, hey, he's just an old cop bartender son. Cop, bar owner, fireman's son. But dating all the way back to a great Jimmy Johnson presentation before their second Super Bowl in Atlanta. This is an Uncle Fish story, actually. This probably needs to go in the Uncle Fish story category. So I believe it was a Wednesday night, and he takes them into the hotel ballroom, all the players. And he goes to the front of the room, Jimmy does. And he pulls out a 2x4. Big, long, whatever, 10-foot long 2x4. Comes out on the stage in the ballroom. And Jimmy's up on the stage. And he says, who among you, 53 guys in this room, could get on this 2x4 laid on the ground and walk the 10 feet? Well, obviously, 53 guys, young, professional, confident athletes, and regular Joe can walk a plank across the ground 10 feet, 2x4, right? You can do it, I can do it. They all raise their hand. And Jimmy says, now imagine this plank 100 feet in the air. Maybe from a building to another building. 10 feet walk, 100 feet in the air. And he didn't ask them to raise their hands, he just asked them to think about it, about walking that plank, walking that 2x4. He goes, it's the same 2x4. Just walk it the same. And what Jimmy was talking about is the Super Bowl is the same game as the NFC Championship, which is the same game as the playoff game before that, which is the same game as Week 7 or Week 3 or Week 1. It's the same. So the philosophy of knowing and recognizing the tightness of your team. Jimmy was lauded as being a psychological expert and enjoyed that praise, by the way. Mike McCarthy scoffs at that praise. Psychology, I don't know much. He knows plenty about it. And what Mike McCarthy did this week is he pulled out his version of the 2x4 plank. His version of the 2x4 plank is the Brotherhood Bingo popcorn ping pong ball machine. Your number comes up, come to the front of the room, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, let's be a little bit loose, and let's see if the Cowboys can go beat the Falcons. With the Cowboys in Frisco at the Star, Fish out.